whisper, speaking out, I knew that affection. Consciousness will extract. Blue slowly turn to bubbles. Deep breaths embrace the sky. 3 and 4 times this high. The atmosphere is like the night, painting colors so serene. Consciousness will exchange. I'm slowly turn to bubble deep breaths embrace the sky. 3 and 4 times disappear. And I'm floating.
Peace, love, divine light. Soul Society, it's another beautiful Marz, and I'm so excited to be here on another round. Yes, indeed, for so many reasons. Nevertheless, right now in this moment, the amazing show that's about to happen and all of the jewels and magic that's about to be shared. You understand me? And so welcome back to Marz Magic. If this is your first time here, welcome in, because this is the space where conversation meets consciousness, and we not only tap into purpose, yet alternative perspectives, growth, community, and the elevation of our culture. All right, last episode, we had the sister Miranda Mathis come and sit at the table with us in the studio to talk about Seat at the Table, an initiative that 9 to 5 Georgia is implementing for us to engage in healthy communication and solutions when it comes to utilities and other issues that we feel are important within our community. And so I actually got the opportunity to go and attend this event, and there were so many faces from different backgrounds and walks of life in different sectors within the community. And so it was a beautiful gathering. Shout out to the preparers of the food because they did that most definitely. And it was good to see families coming out in the room, have so many young people, and not just any young people, but young people that actually got engaged in the conversation that was happening. And so that's always beautiful when our young people are not only welcomed to the table, but their voices and opinions and their thoughts are valued as well. And point blank period, it's time out for us sending them to the kiddies table, telling them that they need to be quiet, that this is grown folks business. It might be grown folks business to an extent, but it impacts and affects their lives as well. All right, so that's something that we most definitely have to remember. And so, like most of our shows, this one is all about personal growth, evolving, creativity, because our next guest, and I'll introduce him in just a moment. Um However, there's so much happening in the city right now. And so get ready for the Arts and Ag Fest that's taking place at the Resora in Albany, Georgia, 801 Old Pretoria Road on the 5th of September. So Labor Day weekend, that's the place to be. For more information, feel free to reach out to the Sherrod Institute in the Southwest Georgia Project at 430-9870. On Saturday, we have Rewind coming up again, which is a free, family friendly, community based event happening at the Albany Area's Arts Council in partnership with Fahoudier Cultural Sustainability Center Incorporated. All right. And that is a open mic, spoken word, poetry based event. You can come and sing, rap, freestyle if you want to. If you have something on your chest that you just need to let go, that's the place to come and unwind as you rewind. All right. And this is the class in session edition. So again, keeping our young people in mind as we prepare for the kickoff for the small Benny poets. All right, so these are just a few things to keep in mind. An amazing event happened earlier today, from what I could hear and see when it comes to roots to wealth and that whole conversation and dialogue that took place. And so I also got to attend a lot of things, right? The United Women of Colors Conference in Huntsville, Alabama. And I'm just telling you, it's amazing work happening everywhere. And so the thing is for us to continue to work on ourselves, continue to come together as collectives, and make this thing so big that we cannot be denied by any means necessary. All right. So before we dive any deeper, let us breathe, because I feel like this is the point where next is you just you giving us a lot. Let's breathe. Let's come into the space. Let's ground. All right. So if you can, kick off your shoes, relax your feet, relax your shoulders, you know. And I'm gonna bring Anthony on to the stage as well as we prepare for this breathing exercise. If you're in your cars, in your vehicles, you can still breathe with us safely, but be mindful to keep your eyes on the road. All right. And so on three, you're going to breathe with me. We're going to inhale through the nose, hold. On my release, we're going to exhale and release any and all things that have been weighing on us from the day, from the start of this round on Moon Day, up until this
Yeah.
point. Anything, anybody, any thoughts, feelings, we just gonna shake them off as we breathe through it and come into this space as we prepare to continue to elevate our frequencies and vibrations. On three, one, two, three, breathe with me. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Our opening affirmation is I am open to learning. I am open to growth. I trust myself to receive what I need and release what no longer serves me.
Mm.
One more time. I am open to learning.
I'm open to learning.
I am open to growth.
I am open
I
to growth.
trust myself to receive what I need
I
and
trust myself
release
to
what no
receive what I need
longer serves me.
and release what no longer serves.
Do know and understand that the views, the perspectives, the thoughts shared and expressed during this segment are intended to inspire, inform, and encourage thoughtful conversation and self development. We invite you to take what resonates, leave what doesn't, challenge yourself. All right. Because sometimes we don't challenge ourselves enough.
Mm.
Feel free to challenge us in the comments. Drop some questions, drop your thoughts on the topic. And most importantly, know that these are not the direct views and perspectives of the station or its affiliates. All right. Straight like that. So, yes, society. I am
Next
so
we got it.
excited. And I just learned that I was saying his name wrong the whole time.
Yeah.
It's okay though, because universe is about to see us through it. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I'm so excited to introduce a brother that I've been knowing, been around, been watching grow and develop since we
Mm.
were little. Shout out to the
Yeah.
Boys and Girls Club of
Yep.
Southwest Georgia for bringing amazing young people together and us not knowing how the universe was gonna reconnect
Arrange.
us at some point
Yeah.
in time. And so, yes, shout out to that and all programs that are providing services for our young people to have positive, safe, uplifting environments to connect and grow in. He is an artist, a creative by every aspect of the word, from visual, graphic
Yeah.
to verbal, written. And he is a light worker, a light being, a light teacher, a healer,
Mm.
a motivator, an inspirator.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
our brother, Anthony of Kosethru. Am
Yeah.
I in
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. That's it. Though.
Hold on. Say
It's
it again.
difficult at first, but no, no, that's
Wait,
it.
why
Though.
can't I hear you? I think I should be able to. Let's see now. No, I
Oh yeah.
see. There we
You can't.
go.
You can't.
I can
You
hear
can
you
hear
now.
me. Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Did I get it right?
Yeah. You got it right. You got it.
Yes.
For
Straight.
real. It's like another language or
I
something.
felt it though. I was like, okay, all you had to do was giving me the breakdown, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I feel it. There we go. And we in there. So how are you
Yeah.
feeling?
I'm good, Um, just like moving through life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Staying spiritual.
All right. So for those viewers and listeners who are not familiar with you, this is their
Yeah.
first time ever.
Yeah,
Tell us
it
a
is.
little bit about yourself, who you are, who are you at the core, where do you come from, where are you going?
Well, I'm from Albany, Georgia. You know, you know, okay, so a lot of people know me by music, people know me by art, but and some know me by spirituality, but like me at the core, like I'm a spiritual being at the core, and my art and my music is a way to, like, you know what I'm saying, express a message. But it's all about enlightenment. It's all about spiritual enlightenment, um ascending higher, tapping into your powers, your gifts, your higher consciousness. And you know what I'm saying. But at the core, like I'm a spiritual dude. Like I crave it. I'm passionate about it. I got a lot of stories I can tell about it too. But like I don't been in the deep end where like
I love it. Maybe we'll get into some of those stories
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
in just a few minutes, right? So, growing up in Albany,
yeah,
becoming such a well-rounded individual when it comes to spirituality, right? And
yeah.
immersing yourself in it. At what point did you know that this was the lane that you were, going in? Because sometimes growing up as a child, like,
Hmm.
hey, I'm different.
Right.
They're different.
Yeah,
They're different, but they're a different type of different. They're like the same different. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
But at what
Third
point,
dimension, 3D.
right? So at what was it where it was like, okay, I know I'm different, but let's actually tap into why I'm different.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up?
Well, growing up, like we grew up in Albany, so back in like the late '90s and like the early 2000s, Albany was turned. Like, you know, I started making music back when I was like 9 years old. So, what I'm saying? I was still spiritual, but I wasn't tapped in like I am now. But I was performing at 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like performing in clubs with grown folks, and like and the music just really just propelled. It just like kept going. Um, I was doing art back then, but around that age, like I used to get time to myself, and I used to pray for spiritual enlightenment, and them prayers kept going, but when I reached, what I'm saying, not to sound like I'm just above anybody, but when I reached spiritual enlightenment, it was, what I'm saying, the first part of it, it was not like, what I'm saying, like how I expected it when I was praying as a child. But cause what I'm saying, not to go off subject, but it's a lot of people that's having a spiritual awakening. It's, what I'm saying, it's picking up more and more. So and I see the same outcomes. Like, what I'm saying, you might be let me see, how can I put this? Like, you might be in a fear-based state, but and you might feel like you'll be in a fear-based state, you'll be overstimulated, and you'll feel like you start questioning everything. You know what I'm saying? You feel like alone even when you're in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? But I've been through all of that. Like, what I'm saying? I came out the other end, but what I'm saying, when you have that spiritual awakening, what I'm saying, you wanna stay centered. You know what I'm saying? You wanna do everything right. Gotta do it like getting yourself um in the perfect state of being. You know what I'm saying? But it's a process though, like, but I see it a lot. I got friends that's like that, but I talk to them and I work with them because you know what I'm saying, because growing up in our society, like in the Western world, like, ain't no teachers, you know what I'm saying, they can just like dial in with you on that. But what I'm saying, we taught to think a certain way in the Western society, you know, but I mean, these people over there in like these foreign countries and stuff, like like India and stuff, like in Tibet, like it's a way of life. So they having like spiritual awakenings, and like they got some kind of physical guide there to kind of coach them do it. But what I'm saying, at my core, that's who I am. That's what I do. Like, what I'm saying, I'm here with people. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts. So going back to the art piece, right?
yeah.
So music, art, how has your art, or which one did you notice first that you were talented when it comes to drawing and painting and things of that nature? Or did you discover music, art, and those spiritual messages kind of simultaneously?
It was kind of simultaneously because when I was like by 8 or 9, like everything started. Like, I started music because I was with my brother on Bike Street Tony. I
Thanks.
was
We
with
was
him.
gonna get there. I was gonna let you segue us in there.
Yeah, that boy crazy, boy. Especially when he was younger, boy. But I was with him, my older cousin Mike and my other older cousin on CT and about two more cousins. Like we just got into music and just started doing it. Next thing you know, we was performing. You know, we was all up in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, all around Georgia, like performing, going out of town. I had to be to school like the next day or something, but the music started back when I was like about 9. And another time my brother Bike Street, like he really like activated my spiritual curiosity. Cause he had a big homie that lived down the street and he used to read books about Nuwapian, like I think Noble Drew Ali Nuwapian, right? He might not be, but but Noble Drew Ali and all of that about Elohims and stuff like that.
Right.
Um yeah, like my brother put me on that, but his big homie was putting him on that. So when I started reading up on him and stuff like that, that just like that magnified my curiosity. Like, and from that moment on, I was just like number spirituality, you know. But
Right. So so now, how does your art, your visual art, reflect your spiritual advancement?
how's my art? Well, I might have to show you a painting. But like so with my art, like at this point, I only paint and draw like what's in my third eye, like what I see on the picture. You know what I'm saying? So it reflects it in a way like that's like okay, so it might be a long answer, but the what I paint at this point is like it's coming from another realm. I think it's like the realm I come from. You know what I'm saying? Cathedral, the realm of Cathedral. And that's all I want to put out anyway. But like it reflects it. Like things beings that are there, things that are going on there. And everybody got a realm, you know what I'm saying? Everybody from a particular realm. Or you got a realm and you from that particular realm. Like I be seeing it in people. I see myself in people and I look at a person, I be like, okay, you from that realm. I remember you in the spirit realm. You know what I'm saying? And because we all know each other's in the spirit realm. But the thing here, we got to get back to remembering. You know how they be talking about. Okay, you might run across somebody posts on social media, and they talking about you got to remember. They be talking about some spirituality. So my take on remembering is like like I'm right here right now, and I start daydreaming. Like you know what I'm saying. You remembering, but you got to remember these people from the spirit realm because I think it's all about bridging the gap while we're here in this incarnation. You know what I'm saying? So because when we dream at night, we go back to the spirit realm and you see somebody, you might not even see their face clear, but you know it's them, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? The spirit, this is the spirit realm too, you know what I'm saying? But it's just more dense. You know what I'm saying? You can get hurt, you can get injured, you can get sick, but you know, let me know if I'm going too far. I could go on and on, but like
No, no, you're not. No, you're not at all. I'm over here like, yes, I'm gonna just wait my turn. I'm gonna let him drop it on the
yeah,
people. I know
yeah,
somebody out there is looking like,
yeah,
what in the world
what?
this got going on it's Mars magic. What are
Mars
you
Magic.
talking about? You never know what you might hear or what you might see. But the
Yeah,
one thing about it is we're always gonna give you what you need. All right. What
yeah,
you want, that's
yeah,
cool. Whatever. We got a lot of other stations and a whole lot of other shows and hosts giving
yeah,
you what you want. But when you come over here, over on this side, you're gonna get what you need. And what we need right now is exactly what you're talking about. We need to know
yeah,
and understand that we are spiritual beings having
yes,
a human experience.
yes,
And as much as we like to try and separate the two, like they both go hand in hand, one can't coexist without the other. And
yeah,
so the fact of the matter is that a lot of times, we are, ah, um, that voice said, I don't know, but it was something that
hmm
told me to, like you're saying, if you're sitting daydreaming, and because I don't talk about
yeah,
it but I've
Yeah.
astral traveled too, and it's
Yes, I
actually
believe it.
yourself into a deep sleep through meditation.
Yeah.
How we want to, look at these different things, and it is the gap that needs to be bridged because
Mm.
we have a lot of, like you were saying, world systems and
Yeah.
programs and tactics and strategies put in place to keep us from
And the
actually
low
tapping
frequency.
into ourselves on another
Yeah.
frequency and vibration that would definitely help us to understand the state that we're in and why it's so important for us to be environmentally conscious, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying, and
Hmm.
aware of how we're using our natural resources, how we're preserving them, how we're giving back, how we're connected to the trees, and
Hmm. All
that
of
we're
that. All
so
of that.
connected to them that we out here hanging ourselves, but that we are so
Right.
connected
Right.
to them that we can actually cause them to move and to dance,
Hmm.
and we can appreciate the connection that we have to them in spirit. Because without them, guess what? If spirit is breath, and if we need them to
Hmm.
exchange oxygen and carbon monoxide, if all of the trees are gone, what happens to us good people? You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
that. So no, you're not going too far at all.
Yeah. 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 And I agree with all of that. You know, but and it's crazy. Let me know if I can't touch this subject, but the people that run this, right? Can I go into that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So it's this
Talking about
thing.
the big brother corporation.
Yeah, yeah, the Big Brother Corporation. So like, you know what I'm saying? What we were saying, like, we so conditioned to function on without all our gifts. Like, but people they say they psychic, and you got some people over here doing telekinesis. Like, everybody got them gifts, but those are the ones that push the envelope, that push it further. But see if we all tap into our gifts, you know what I'm saying? That's one way we can create a whole new world because like you can do anything. You can do anything with your chi, your mind, but that's one way we create a new world. The second way, this might be a little controversial, but if everybody just stopped participating at one time, you know, if everybody did that at one time in unison, like it'll, and then like be ready to like start trading again and building again and inventing, you know what I'm saying? Like we'll have this utopia like in no time, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so real quick, you said a couple of key things, right? So I
Yeah,
love us actually the thought, the concept, the idea of us
yeah,
all stopping everything at once, right? But the thing
yeah,
that you said was not that we just stop everything at once, because that might sound and seem real
yeah,
easy, right?
right,
But
right.
what you're saying isn't just we all stop everything at once for today and tomorrow we're back to business as usual. We
Uh,
all stop everything at once and be ready.
yep.
Preparation prevents, you
Hmm.
feel me?
For
And
progress. Yeah,
so we have
yeah,
to be ready. We have to equip ourselves with skills, not just
yep,
our clairsenses, not just our telekinesis and telepathic senses.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Even with regular basic survival skills like
yep,
foraging, you know what I'm
yep,
saying?
yep,
Like being able to listen for streams and water sources and be able to clean our water naturally and
hmm,
be able to for real be ready and prepared to trust one another, to as a community, as a
hmm,
tribe, as a village, to ensure that we are all taken care of and good.
yeah,
Means our people who are medically, knowledgeable,
yeah,
our people who are mathematically knowledgeable, our science, you know what I'm saying?
hmm,
Like
yeah,
everybody in there
contributing.
Advanced skill sets, we'll just say like that, they're alternative skill sets coming together
Yeah,
and contributing to this utopia. I see it. I'm
yes,
over here like,
yeah,
what a rest us at? What a
yeah, yeah, for real.
possible.
Right, run the ad asking with run the ad asking where everybody at.
And then the other point is, but no, for real, we have to be ready. And
Yeah,
for any type of emergency, because right now, and if nobody else talks about it, we're about to talk about it for a quick second. Right
yeah,
now in Gary, Indiana, our brothers and
mm,
sisters out there without power for the last
yeah,
11 to 12 days, and
yeah,
we're having to do what? Say, oh well, these people we put in office, they not doing this, that, and third. We got
mm,
like these one or two grocery stores. Well, we had these same one or two grocery stores before this happened. We knew that, you know what I'm saying, we were
mm,
scarce,
yeah,
we were living in a food desert already. So we have to start evaluating our environments and really equipping ourselves to say, we can't continue to
mm,
point the finger at them and blame them. What did I do today to improve, whether or not I would be able to eat
yes,
if all of these grocery stores went away?
right,
What are we
yep.
gonna do if the power is down everywhere and not because of a natural disaster? But truly, and I ain't gonna go to my little theories, because I don't really believe every natural disaster happened naturally. I'm gonna just say that.
No, no, yeah, I
And
believe that too. Yeah, I don't believe it having that too.
so yeah, but when we think about things like that, right? How important is it for us to actually take the time to tap into self right now
Yeah,
more than ever from your perspective?
you say how important it is.
Yeah.
Very important. The tapping into. So are you talking about tapping into the current moment, or you just like
No,
well, pretty
like
much everything?
yeah, yourself, like the knowledge of self,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
having like these spiritually enlightened moments, not
yeah.
just showing them off as like, oh, that's just a coincidence, but actually
Right, right.
time to work on these gifts and get to know
Yeah.
yourself from that perspective.
It's very important because that's what we supposed to be doing here. Because I'm gonna just be honest, we don't supposed to be working jobs. We don't supposed to be going to school. I mean, what everything that happens supposed to happen, but on a higher time frame, on a higher level, that just extracurriculars, extra activities. But like we're supposed to be tapping into our inner world. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're supposed to be activating our gifts. We're supposed to be in the present moment. We're supposed to be fully online, but not to go way off into another topic, but I'm gonna connect it. Like so, they saying like, I mean, you got the Big Brother Corporation. So, um, this is my perspective on it. There was an alien invasion. You know what I'm saying? An alien invasion. They're gonna be like, this man crazy, but
Well, if they think you crazy, I'm right
yeah,
there
yeah,
with you.
yeah. But there was an alien invasion, right? Some kind of alien invasion, because and they limited us. They're keeping us in the 3D mindset. You know what I'm saying? But we supposed to be like up and down these dimensions like consciously and willingly at any given moment. But it seems like the only time we get to just go into the higher dimensions is when we go to sleep. But some of us that's having the spiritual awakenings, like we up and down them dimensions, like, and it gets so overstimulating, like you look crazy in public. You might do some crazy, then you got people calling you crazy. But yeah, it's very important. If you don't tap into like your spiritual, your divinity in this incarnation, um, intentionally, then like you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have a lot of suffering. I learned that too. Like Because the reason I'm supposed to be suffering a lot, because a lot be going on, but like when I tap into the present moment, tap into my divinity, like you know what I'm saying, it's just like, okay, so this what this is. Okay, I'm gonna analyze it, let that pass. This what this is. You know what I'm saying? And you just become more of a machine. Well, not machine. That's probably not a good word, but you become more of a functioning, active online being. But yeah, spirituality is everything. I know people like to separate it, but that probably ain't the people's fault. That's probably the big brother corporation fault, separating spirituality from, regular reality.
Right, because you said a lot of things that, when we think about it historically, are
Yeah.
foreign to us,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
not to say that we didn't educate ourselves, but it's the way we educated ourselves and what we educated ourselves in.
yeah,
So versus the educational institutions that we have today. Um,
yeah,
and a lot of us, that's where we're sending our children for the majority of the day, right? And then
yeah.
we have other
Yes, yeah.
things that are put in place to cause distractions like jobs, and
Big
individuals
distraction.
two, three, four jobs. So now
Yeah,
for some of us where we're getting it in our sleep, in our dream state, some of us are barely even sleeping. And so
yeah,
there's another disconnect, and you got this whole team no sleep movement. I sleep when I'm, you know what I'm saying? So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah. That's the
well,
worst way of thinking.
out here in the
That's the worst way of thinking.
on fumes. And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
even when I think about our young people, right? And a lot of the conversations that are happening right now around school systems, around judicial systems, when it
right.
comes to our youth and how they're being labeled and how they're being treated or
Mm,
mislabeled, right? And
right.
how we're seeing this increased rise in um autism and now
Mm,
neurodiverse or
right,
neurodivergent individuals, right? But
right.
historically, if we were to think back, like as far as we can remember, if
Yeah,
we
yeah,
choose,
yeah.
then we'll know, like, no,
Mm,
we actually listened to these little people because they were actually
yeah.
amazing advice and insight. And, even if we
Mm,
wanted to look back at references from the Bible, out of the mouths of babes, and if it
yeah,
was good enough then why is it not good enough now for us to know and understand that
yeah.
our children aren't just being labeled and, dismissed or for no reason?
Right, right.
They actually have special gifts and abilities that we're
Uh-huh.
tapped into ourselves. So we're
Right.
misunderstanding it when it comes to them. So when it comes to our young people and us actually paying attention and listening to them and helping them to nurture
Mm,
their gifts and to protect them,
yeah,
what
that's so important.
views on that?
Well, if we go ahead and do that, then it seems like all of that gonna lead back to a utopia. If we just start doing the right thing, it if we do that, it's gonna lead to a utopia. But we might not be here to see it, but the kids will, and you know what I'm saying, they kids. But I think that's the natural order. I think that's the way it used to go before the alien invasion. You know, because I think that's the way it used to go, but I think it was all kind of entities on that was physically here too, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not exactly human, but um,
That's
I think
real.
it's very, yeah, I think it's very important. Like, um, I don't know, it's kind of hard to put into words, but
Well, with that being said, ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen, we're going to take us a quick break. Don't you touch that dial. Don't you go anywhere. Stay tuned. Keep it locked right here to Mars Magic, brought to you by Voices Radio, where valuable opportunities inspire collaborations to elevate society. We're tapped in with our brother Anthony of
yeah.
Kosethru. Yes, straight like that. We're back after this.
Looking out the corner of her eye as she sits alone and drinks her wine. Every man just wants to pass her by in hopes that he can catch her eye. That glance that's in her eye, you vision in your mind is from another space and time. That's when you know you're hypnotized. Her intoxicating will not be denied. Oh, and when you touch her glove, she then becomes your drug. You fall so deep in love with the girl. It's just hypnotized. She's got all the advertising. You love her, you love her, you love her, you love her. That's too late to hypnotize. She's got all the advertising. You love her, you love her, girl. Like a replicant on it. That kind of beauty started every day. Every woman wants a grace and style. No one can replicate her smile. That glow in her eyes gives you visions in your mind from another. You're hypnotized. And her intoxicating will not be denied. And when you touch her glove, she then becomes your drug. You go deep in love, that girl. It's she's like every time you love, you love, love, you love. Hypnotized. She's like every time you love that girl.
In your eyes, see the tiny white snowcaps of mountains, the purple glow of distant stars, the blue shine of black moon, red rose petals falling slowly into the sunny air, orange clouds, pink moons, the tongue of the sun. Who knew heaven could kiss just like this?
All right, Soul Society, we are back with Marz Majik, brought to you by Voices Radio, where valuable opportunities inspire collaborations to elevate Soul Society. Right here on our community radio station, WUTU 88.3 on your FM dial. Yes, constantly bringing you the best that our community has and continues to offer. All right. And so this evening, I am joined by our brother Anthony of Kosethru.
Yeah,
Yes, I
yes,
love it.
sir.
And so, if you're just tuning in, we've been talking about spirituality, him as and his journey to spiritual awakening. And before we dive any deeper, I want to make sure you know and understand that you can always follow the noise by visiting us on the web at thevoicesradio.com. com. All right, because our website is so dope and amazing. If you have not had a chance to drop through Soul Society, I encourage you to, from the Soul Society page to the events in the calendar, because you never know what's happening and what's going on. However, we do our best to try to keep the people informed. All right, because that's what we're all about. We came in as we always do with some breath work and an affirmation, something I'm sure Anthony is most definitely up with. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I love it.
before we go any further, I think this is a good time because we came back in off of Dorothy Dandridge Eyes, which happens to be
Yeah.
Anthony's favorite, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, by Janelle Monáe. And so I want to take a moment for us to dive into our herbal corner as we continue to move forward. All right. And so just like last round, we're going to talk about the herbs from a feminine, masculine, and then
Mhm.
universal perspective. And so for our sisters, red raspberry leaf. It is traditionally associated with a women's reproductive and uterine wellness. It gives us a natural doorway into talking about women's strength, nurturing resilience, and the ways women have historically carried community work. All right. And so that is when we talk about how we've historically carried community work, that's both physically and spiritually. All right. And so don't forget the spiritual connections and associations that these herbs have as well. Because even though it's commonly recognized as a herb for females, it is also good when thinking about our kidneys, right? On both sides of the spectrum. All right. And
Mhm.
so that in it of itself means that a part of us connecting to our higher self and gaining a knowledge of self is also us connecting to our feminine and masculine energies and being able to create balance. And we're going to get into that in a minute. All right. Right now, for the brothers, I have Saul Palmetto. All right. And so traditionally, it is used for men's wellness, particularly around prostate and urinary health. It gives us an opportunity to talk about men's health, longevity, and the importance of men tending to themselves rather than only expecting to carry everyone else's weight and their own.
Mm.
All right. And so pretty much the same benefits on opposite ends when we think about saw palmetto and red raspberry leaf when thinking about our urinary tracts and our health when it comes to that aspect and being able to release toxins. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
Mhm.
ultimately what those systems do. They help us to be able to filter toxins. And so, in just a few minutes, Anthony is going to explain to us how frequency 1111, his
Mhm.
specialized class, helps us to release those toxins in a spiritual manner. And
Mhm.
last but definitely not least, universally connecting us all together is oat straw, which is a nourishing herb traditionally used to support the nervous system and overall wellness. This one feels especially appropriate because everybody's sitting anywhere they're sitting, riding anywhere they're sitting, moving and operating through life needs nourishment, needs nurturing, all right? Needs these things physically, mentally, emotionally, and most importantly, spiritually, all right? And so when thinking about our nervous system, Anthony, what are
Mhm.
some ways or some tips that you can provide for us to start to focus on healing and balancing our nervous system? What are some
Mhm.
daily or periodic routines and regimens that you use in your life that you found help
Mhm.
beneficial and helpful for you to maintain balance?
Well, so with that being said,
Down
I used
again.
to,
Okay, there we go. I got you.
yeah. So far as the nervous system, my nervous system used to be shot, but what I do every day, you know what a Merkaba is? You heard of, you know what a Merkaba is, right?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying, the light body. I spin that, and I notice like by me tapping into my chi, like my nerve, like sometimes my hand might be shaking, but if I just like spin my Merkaba, or I just tap into the chi in my hand or wherever it's shaking at, and I just like, you know what I'm saying, because you want to intensify the chi, but I do that and my nerves just get, you know what I'm saying, I be chill, but and to go back for those who don't know what a Merkaba is, you gonna have to Google it to see the image, but the image is like it's a three-dimensional 6 point star. So you got a pyramid at the top that comes up to here, and the axis is at the top like a pyramid. It's like one hand length above your head, the axis, and then like the base of that pyramid is come down to your knees, and there's another pyramid pointing down, and the base of that stops at your heart chakra, and it goes one hand. The axis ends one hand length below your feet. But I spin my Merkaba. Um,
And just in case the people are
yeah,
wondering how to spell that, that's Merkaba.
yeah, and I've learned through trial and error, like yeah, you gotta tap into your chi. You gotta stop it. You gotta use your willpower. Um, we have more willpower than we even know. But yeah, that's one way. That's two ways I stop my nerves from acting up. Cause and then you want to be in your mind, like, you know what I'm saying, like, cause the brain and the mind is two different things. The brain is physical, but the mind, what you mind, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever you mind and whatever you paying attention to, you know what I'm saying, that's what you consume. So, but the mind can be like it could be like a rat on a wheel, just running on the wheels, nonstop. But and and a lot of times they be like negative thoughts and you know what I'm saying, detrimental thoughts that we have, but you can stop that. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't believe how much you can stop that if you just apply willpower to it and don't integrate with them thoughts, because you know what I'm saying, not all thoughts is yours. But the nervous system, when your nerve bad like that, that's a low frequency. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of way it's low frequency, but just use your willpower. If you don't want to tap into the Merkaba, or if you're not ready to, or you're not ready to tap into your chi energy, use your willpower and clear your thoughts, and use your willpower to clear your thoughts, you know.
So you mentioned spinning your Merkaba. How do you spin your if I know what a
Mm.
Merkaba is, right? Or
Right.
I know what Merkaba is, and I understand its positioning and its purpose, but how do I spin it so that I
Yeah.
create that balance?
You just spin it because I'm gonna answer your question, but I'll be going in a rabbit holes after rabbit holes. But so you just spin it, but because we all know how to spin it. We all know deep down inside, because we've been doing it for eternity. So but
Look, I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing, right? Because it's like
yeah.
after I asked you that, it was like, duh, silly, like stop playing with me. You know what I'm
No.
saying? But it's like it wasn't necessarily for me, but for
Yeah,
people out there.
yeah,
This is for the masses, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
for somebody that might have seemed like me, it was a for real
Far-fetched.
disrespect, like, bruh,
Yeah.
why what you doing?
Where you been at? Where you? For real.
What we need to
Like,
do is spend a little more time together talking about how you spin it. Like,
yeah, 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 for real. But yeah, we all know how to do that, like deep down inside. But so you say for instance, like you want to, I'm gonna give the people a clue. Like, so you spin it, you want to spin it at light speed. And if you want to go faster, think about the speed of thought. The speed of thought is faster than light. So speed at the speed of thought, spin it. Just spin it. However you can get into it, spin it. But you gotta know the dimensions of it. That's why I was telling them they gotta go on Google to see what it looked like and how it fits around the body. But you just spin it. and and you will feel it. So sometimes some people be spinning their Merkaba sometimes like they be rocking back and forth. Don't even know why. But that's because the Merkaba on spinning and it's wobbling. So
Mm,
you want to spin it real fast at the speed of thought so it can be fine tuned and you know what
right.
I'm saying?
Almost like you spin a spinning top. You know what I'm saying? The little
Yup.
top toys. So yeah.
Yeah. Yup.
All right. Word.
So,
So when we think about historical people, places, things, right? And
mm,
we think about spirituality. What are some things or who are some people that come to mind that have been historical influencers or reference points for you?
mm, historically, probably Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is one of them. That's definitely one of them. Because Michael Jackson was woke. He was telling us the whole time, "You just another part of me," you know. But maybe Michael Jackson at the top, but maybe I can't think of nobody historically though. Prince, Prince and Michael Jackson, them basically two of the same people, just different sides of the coin. But my guys are not really as famous. Like you got Dr. Delbert Blair, um Dr. Sebi,
Mhm.
and it's a YouTube channel called Understanding. But that when you go to Understanding, like you just gotta be ready because there could be a lot of information coming, but it gonna make sense. But
Word.
um, you know, who else? I don't know why I can't think of no more historical figures right now that they just really inspire me.
But no, so maybe not that many have actually spiritually like
Yeah,
because a lot of people aren't necessarily tapped into like what ascendant masters are, but
yeah,
I would
that's what I was thinking. Like,
say like Michael Jackson has to be on that list, like you said,
yeah,
with he and all of the rest of the ascendant masters because he was, and
yeah,
was trying to show us like the connection between us, nature,
hmm,
animals that oftentimes are considered savage, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
and like, no, like I'm gonna show you like this is why the Jungle Book existed. It wasn't just a figment of somebody's imagination. Like this is what's
right,
really
right,
real. Even when it comes to, his music. And not only did he try to he literally brought people from every walk of life together,
yeah,
you and
together, yeah.
watching his new movie, it's like, oh,
I
goodness,
got to
those
see that.
real live gangbangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he
Yeah,
brought this hood and this hood together and was like, yo, we finna stop this violence. I'm gonna give y'all jobs as dancers because we out here on
mm,
the block killing it, pop locking, and you know what I'm saying?
hmm,
Doing our thing anyway. Like, let's put it on camera.
yeah,
We are the world. You are not alone. Like, remember the times. Like the
yeah.
list goes on and on
He
where
kept coming with, yeah. He kept feeding them, yeah.
and so and again that's one of those examples that we've been shown where
Mm,
even though you came from a two-parent home, when it came to you being different, from everybody
mm,
else, because nobody else understood you, you were
yeah,
outcasted, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
You
yeah.
received different
Oh, and
treatment,
Outcast, yeah.
trying to be, you know what I'm saying, forced to be like everybody else, but it's like, yo, I'm different. I just want to do my own thing, yo. Like,
Hmm,
let me be, And so
yeah.
um I appreciate you being here. And so before we get out of here though,
It's an honor to be here.
tell us about frequency 1111,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
the inspiration behind it, what it's about, how do people get involved, get connected? Like, what's up?
So frequency 1111 is my school. I got a school that you can join for free. The link is in my bio. So anytime you go to my one of my pages, you see the link in my bio.
Hold up. Pause. You
Yeah,
said that you can sign up for free.
yeah,
Y'all stop him.
y'all need
Get
to come
your
on
energy
through
and
there.
get your frequency right. While
Yeah,
it's free,
yeah,
it ain't gonna be free forever, but it's free today. So
yeah,
go ahead and get in where you fit in. Okay.
yeah. And I teach meditation. And what I'm saying, I do nunchucks too. So I teach nunchucks. I teach exercising, yoga, and anything spiritual and esoteric. That's the main part, spirituality and ascension. Just information that'll help you ascend in a pleasant way. Because you remember I was telling you, like, how people be like having these spiritual awakenings, and their whole world be chaotic within. But
Hmm.
what I teach in my class, like, what I'm saying, I take my experiences that I had and I've been through, and I just be like, okay, this is how you do it. You can do it this way. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we having a spiritual awakenings, you don't feel like you got options in there. So, but at my school, like that's what I teach. Like I make it pleasant, like because it's supposed to be pleasant, But then I got other stuff I go into like aerokinesis, like energy healing. If y'all stick join right now and y'all stick around to like maybe a few months from now, like I have more to teach because I'm actually going to school for energy healing right now, do honors yoga. But my school, I'm gonna bring everything I know from what I'm learning at school to that school. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be lit, man.
Frequency
Yeah,
1111 class. How did you say
yeah,
people can sign up? Where do they go? On the web, right?
yeah. It's actually it's a complex link because I don't got the actual website for it, but it's a link. But
Right.
the link in my bio, it's the only link in my bio.
Okay. Yes. The link is in his bio on
Yeah,
all his social media platforms.
yeah,
He is Anthony at Kosethru at everything. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
On everything. And
yeah,
then if you just get confused for whatever reason, you can go over to thevoicesradio.com, click that Soul Society tab. You will see his profile as a
yeah.
recent guest, all right, as an official member of Soul Society. You
Yes,
click his
sir.
picture, and you know where it's gonna take you. It's gonna take you right over to that link to sign up. I don't know how many people are listening, but what I would love to see is like for me and at least 5 other people to sign up between now and this time tomorrow,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and say, hey, let's go. Let's take our energy, elevate our
Hmm.
frequencies to the next level. Because I'm not just coming by myself. Y'all know that. Y'all already
Yeah,
know me,
yeah.
Nephi Baby is on the scene. And this is right up her alley. And so the one way that we can remember and make sure that the next generation remembers is that we continuously expose them to those things that help them to stay
Hmm.
connected, because right now they are the purest, closest connection without being tainted outside of what we are doing, you know,
Yeah, yeah. I'm
to
telling you.
source and their
Yes,
higher
sir.
self. And so it's on us to continue to nurture and enhance that, and not always
Mm,
trying to think that they just acting out, they just being bad, they talk too much,
mm,
they at the mouth. Like, no, they
yeah.
really observing it and they like, how you been here this long and you ain't figured it out?
Ain't
Like,
figured it out. Yeah,
stop playing with yourself. Like, get it together.
yeah, yeah.
Who wants to hear that? We don't want to hear from our peers, let alone this little bitty
Yeah,
child that just got here yesterday. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. For real. Just got here and I already know.
So with that being said, what when it comes to going back to the herbal corner, teas, drinks, dietary habits,
Yeah,
because you talked about the yoga, you talked about the
yeah.
energy work, but when it comes to dietary supplements, what are we consuming, or what are some suggestions for us to consume? Um when it comes to living foods that can help us on this journey to elevation?
Well, my it's a unfavored opinion that I have. I'm not the healthiest eater, but I'm a vegan. But I eat dairy sometimes. But what I would say is fruits, 'cause, and eat a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And eat some plants sometimes. But like I think fruit is the main diet that people, you know what I'm saying, should have. But you know what I'm saying. But not even I have fine tuned myself to eat fruits only. It's just that I'm experimenting and I want to see like I want to taste this cheese pizza again. Then I get off of it. But I'm not addicted. But it's just like it's part of fine tuning. But like ashwagandha. I take ashwagandha like this green juice. It's like liquid chlorophyll, soursop, nori. Um, it's more stuff in it, but this
Like
right
the
this
nori, the seaweed nori?
yeah, it got
Oh, but
nori
you
in it.
got like drops or you soak
Yeah,
the seaweed shit? Oh, okay. All right, bet.
yeah, yeah. It's like 2 drops. You take 2 drops a day, but it get out. It remove parasites. It do everything. It got so much in it. It got soursop. It got it's some more stuff in it too. I gotta look at the bottle again. But all of them things, all of them herbs, like what I'm saying. And like how you eat, you eat a salad and then you be hungry like 30 minutes later.
Mhm.
Eat it, eat again, like because if you don't eat, you're gonna lose too much weight being on that diet. But yeah, you wanna I know red grapes are good for you. I love red grapes and all the herbs. Uh, what else? Like I might throw cucumbers in my diet. Like I said, I'm not the perfect vegan, but I love eating plants because when I eat them I don't feel groggy. I feel energized. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
so
And all of the things that you named, are
yeah
definitely great starting points to either add to or increase in our diets for
yeah
many reasons, from the cucumbers to the red grapes. I know the way
yeah
our food system is set up now, it's not a whole lot of them with seeds.
yeah
Nevertheless, we speak life over our food, and
yeah
we just
yeah
declare that it's gonna do what it's intended and designed to do for the edification of our, what I'm saying, functioning,
yeah
and keep it pushing. You feel me? Until we can do
yeah.
better. But we
Because
just gotta use what we have
yeah,
to get
it's
to
a
where we're
process.
trying to go right now. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, what else? The ashwagandha, the
Oh yeah,
nor
ashwagandha.
the liquid chlorophyll, and it's wild because I'm sure, like yourself, we've been on these things for a long time, like years. And
Yeah,
now you're starting to see, the increased push of things like liquid chlorophyll, ashwagandha.
yeah.
I remember like almost 10 years ago, my mama came home talking about ashwagandha, and she actually had the root. And I'm like, yo, hold on.
Ooh,
This
she had the root.
this is like, yeah, and it's like,
I need that.
let's pump our brakes one time. You know, see, you got to start transforming your kitchen in the herbs and the supplements
Yeah,
that you have into things that are actually going to be beneficial and bring about healing in some
yeah,
shape or form. And so, like you said, you got to start somewhere. It's the small steps that we take today that, help us have a long life tomorrow. And so,
yeah.
I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you
I
coming through.
appreciate being here.
Any
We got to
last
do this again.
of inspiration and motivation this round? Yes, I'm up for it. I am
Yeah,
up
we gotta do this again. Yeah.
now. Like, we locked in now. The people just
Yeah,
don't even know how long. Like, but guess what?
yeah,
Patience is a virtue. You get what you need when you need
yeah.
it. Whole
When you
time.
need it. Yep. We'll
So
drop it on them next time.
yeah, any words of encouragement to leave the people with on this Mars?
Yes. I would say a universal word thing of encouragement is like you got the willpower in you, so you got to tap into your willpower with anything you're trying to do. It's all about willpower. And if you want to beat the game, you got to play the game. But if you ain't gonna play the game, then do like we said earlier. You know what I'm saying? Step back. Everybody one time step back. I mean, the game will be over.
Game over. Straight like
Game over.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Soul Society. This has been another round of Marz Majik. I declare that something was said and received that can most definitely be of benefit to help us elevate and liberate ourselves and our loved ones until we get together as a collective. You feel me? We're
Yeah.
going to exit out the same way that we came in. We're going to breathe out. So on 3, if you would breathe with me, we are inhaling through the nose, hold. On my word, we are going to release. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. We're breathing in positivity, prosperity, and purpose as we release any and all things that no longer serve us. As we continue into the evening, I honor my place in community. I make room for others. I bring my gifts to the table, and I am not afraid to build where there is no room. One more time,
Mm,
honor my place in community. I make room for others. I bring my gifts to the table, and I am not afraid to build where there is no room.
mm.
Again, like I said, this has been another dose of Marz Majik, powered by Voices Radio, right here on our community station, WUTU 88.3. I am your host, Nexus, the voice of Soul Society. Until next time, keep growing, keep creating, and keep connecting. As always, follow the noise because we are radioactive. This is Anthony of Kosethru for the light workers and you.
Yeah, let's go. Face your fears. It's like everybody wanna be real, but if I touch you, I can feel. I wonder if the stars real. I wonder if niggas in Hollywood already like stars for real. I conversate with the Elohims, we don't blend in. Might turn the sky to purple, but fuck it, I won't give in. Soulless people in higher places, you still asleep. The fuck we doing with our time? Can you live free? Snakes in the skies, amphibians from a dimension. In my peripheral, weed, smoke, and spirits, I know that I'm A-OK. I know that I'm right on time. My energy is alive. Wave your hands if you right on time. Huh? Yeah. Huh? Wave your hands cause you right on time. Yeah. Huh? Come on. Wave your hands if you feel alive. Huh? Yeah. Wave your hands cause you still alive. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. When I was born, the stars aligned. I promised to keep it 1,000 years ahead of time. These niggas stuck in the matrix and try to pull me in. So you don't know who I am, you wouldn't if you did. I'm a king on myself for God if I may. You play the joke on yourself, I gotta make a play. Everybody ain't supposed to fly with you. Hidden agendas or some other file issues. I hustle hard, I need M's and residuals. I'm in the spirit, but I'm working out the physical. You marching like Martin Luther, how about some liberation? We got the internet, what you do with your information? These niggas not me. I vibrated to angelic realms, my bird's eye view is not a hobby. It's plain to see I'm the God because I'm way up. And made it start a chain reaction for the way up. Huh? Yeah. Huh? Wave your hands cause you right on time. Yeah. Huh? Come on. Wave your hands if you feel alive. Huh? Yeah. Wave your hands cause you still alive. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.